Hey everyone, just checking in to give you a channel update on all things happening behind the scenes for me in my life and what's been going on. So, if you haven't seen already, if you're not following me on my social media pages, I had a pretty serious accident a couple of weeks ago. Actually, tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks. I was riding one of those electric e-bikes that you sort of tap your card and you're able to go to certain places. I was coming home from dinner and lost control of the bike and had an accident. And I don't remember whether I hit the curb, the gutter, a barrier. Definitely wasn't anyone else or any other cars or anything like that involved. Anyway, I lost consciousness at the accident. I hit my head, grazed my eye, side of my head here, and things like that. And was taken to hospital. And I came to on the ER table where all I remember was needing to go to the toilet, needing to take a piss. So long story short, I fractured my collarbone, um, my acromion, I think it's called acromion, which is the top of the shoulder. I broke both bones there. I broke 8 ribs. Um, I lacerated my liver, depressed my lungs, and ruptured my diaphragm on my right side. So I was in hospital for 9 days, I think, 7 or 8, 9 days. Um, I was being monitored for internal bleeding and all sorts of issues, obviously, with regards to my liver. The one saving grace is that the liver is one of those organs that repairs itself very quickly and easily. So I was able to avoid surgery on my liver. Um, but needless to say, I think there was 11 or 10 or 11 broken bones all up. Lucky to be alive, that's for sure. So counting my blessings. Um, Home now from hospital, and I'm just on the slow road to recovery. So I'm beginning to see clients again this week, obviously all online. And, it's just creating an opportunity for me to do some deep reflection and resetting of my life, my direction, my values, all those types of things that these types of events happen. Now, I know a lot of you will be asking yourself, well, was it in your chart? And the short answer is yes, everything is in your chart. It's just a matter of the way you look at it and the questions you ask of the chart. Now, leading up to this particular event in my life, I was extremely busy professionally, so busy personally. I was under a lot of stress. I had some things going on for me. There were about 3 different major things going on behind the scenes that were very stressful. And I was coping, I was getting by. So because I was professionally very busy as well, I was looking at charts all day. Um, and my ability to tune in for people and their chart and to bring sort of clarity and awareness for them was really at a real peak during this period. But personally, for me, I hadn't actually looked at my own chart for quite some time. I knew I was under some pretty long-term progressions and some solar arcing going on, but that wasn't really in my awareness too much. So I've since looked at my chart post accident, as astrology is a fantastic tool retrospectively to look back to see what was happening. And in astrology, we like to weight things. So if there is a type of experience that's likely to occur, we like to see a repetition of that theme or symbol reflected through charts, not just the birth chart, but the progress charts, the solar arc charts, a lot of the different timing charts, as well as transits, which play a small part in this picture. So there was probably half a dozen indicators of the type of experience that I went through. And one of my astro mentors as well, she looked over my chart and she was like, "You dodged a bullet. You had an angel sitting on your shoulder that day because this very well could have been the end of life." So yeah, it's a massive life event for me to go through. Um, and I will make a full recovery. So I'm doing the best I can at the moment with my psychology, my mental health, my emotional well-being, and obviously my physical well-being. I'm not so much in pain anymore, but I am in a little bit of discomfort, especially when I exert myself or walk too far or do too much. So taking it real easy. But anyway, I wanted to come on here and just let my YouTube community know what had happened. I am okay. I'm alive. Thank you for all your well wishes. If you hadn't already seen on my social media, I did put some information up on there recently about that. If you're looking in ways that you can support me through this period of time, the best support that I could receive at the moment, because I'm a sole trader, I work for myself, I don't get sick pay, I don't get leave, I don't get holiday pay. So basically, if I'm not working, I don't make any money. So the bills pile up, and things get a little bit stressed, especially financially. So the best thing that you could do would be to schedule an appointment if you haven't had your astrology reading, if it's been more than a year and you want to tune in and check in, or recommend a friend or family member that you might feel would benefit from some personal guidance. And again, one might think, well, what was the point of astrology if you had this happen, even though it was in the chart? And this is my own stupidity, I guess. Had I taken more time, had I been a little bit more organized, had I a little bit under less stress, had I even had a moment of reflection within this period of time to sort of make some judgment calls on regards to what I was doing and the way I was doing it, and also consulted my chart personally. But there's that saying that those that can't do teach, sort of thing. So, and loosely apply that to my situation, is that I was very, very busy, and what tends to happen in those situations is focus goes off yourself. So it's been a wake-up call in so many ways, to really look at how I do things, how I manage stress, how I organize my life, my routine, so that when life circumstances do sort of get a little bit challenging, that I have the right tools, systems, strategies, schedules, routines, habits in place, so I can pick these things up before you get to a situation where you have an accident. But the nature of an accident, especially the one I had, is sudden, unexpected accidents and events. So we want to look in the chart. We want to look to Uranus for unexpected things. We want to look to Mars for accidents, Saturn for bones. I compressed my lungs. I broke my collarbone. I broke 11 bones. So that's Jupiter in Gemini for you in my 6th house of illness, squaring my natal sun, Saturn conjunction in Virgo. That's just the transit side of things. So if you look at in time, what I'll do is I'll address this in a video. I'll look through my charts and we'll sort of go through each of the different aspects and alignments with regards to all the different charts that help us understand, personal journey. So hopefully we can all learn through my stupidity, if you want to look at it like that, or my lack of awareness. So again, this is just a short video to let you know that I'm okay and I'm alive. And thank you in advance for everyone for your well wishes and support. And I hope to be back in the full swing of things very soon to update you on my take on, astrology and the world and what's going on and how we're navigating through these things, because there's a lot happening. Jupiter into Gemini is definitely creating, especially as it's been trine in Pluto, there's been so much stuff coming to the surface and into conscious awareness, into that Gemini mind, in relation especially to the last 3 or 4 years. So, it's going to get to a point where it creates a bit of a break point, or a tipping point, as I like to call it. And then the tsunami hits, the floodgates hit. So you combine that with the economic situation locally, globally. You combine that with the geopolitical situation with regards to rising conflict. We're certainly moving towards a pressure point. So perhaps in some ways, this for me was a bit of a reset and ahead of the game, so I can able to really reevaluate, get my sort of ducks in a line. So I'm ready to guide those through what's to come. On that note, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for your support and your love. And yeah, stay subscribed to the channel. There's more coming. Peace out. I don't know what the fucking balloons are for.